Welcome to the show which makes single people happy that they're not with anybody. That's right, today we're covering the newest episode of The Single Life, so let's get into it. The first person we're going to talk about is Colt. And Colt's getting a visit from his mama. So Colt's mom comes up and she's in a way better wheelchair. You ain't gotta flex no wheelchair around Colt. God, hers is automatic and everything, and his is just manual. And the funniest part is she started flexing how she could stand up. She's like, look, I can get up and I still have a better wheelchair than you. You suck. You're beneath me. You're dirt. You're garbage. Okay, she probably didn't say all that, but she was definitely thinking it.
Don't get up.
And then we see this guy, and doesn't this guy have a bunch of Nazi tattoos or white supremacist tattoos all over his body? I remember hearing something like that, and in which case, this guy can go screw himself. We do not accept racism on the Dee-man Johnson III show. In fact, I think racist people are probably the biggest idiots in the world. How are you just gonna go to bed and be upset being like, those damn people with different colored skin? It's pretty freaking stupid. You can't have Nazi tattoos and deliver presents to kids every Christmas. Colt's mom gives a single head interview and tells us how much her kid sucks. Then she talks about asking Cortney to give Colt a second chance. Dude, if you're gonna have your mom fight your battles for you, then you've already lost. Y'all aren't like 12 years old and y'all aren't best friends having a little fight, and this lady must be like, hey, it's not all bad. But it is all bad. The difference between them and being 12 is that this guy's having sex with all his other friends. Anyway, Colt's happy because he knows there's nothing more sexier than having his mom fight his battles for him. And now we're at the part where Colt's mom and her boyfriend go to visit Cortney. And they visit the family and they start talking. And for some reason, Cortney's mom looks like Rick Moranis.
Okay, who brought the dog?
What a handsome lady. You mean beautiful. What was that? Men are handsome, women are beautiful. Shut up, Larry. We're gonna talk about you later in Kim's segment.
Does love you and swears that he'll never do this again.
He's gonna keep doing it.
Cortney is too smart and she knows that Colt will cheat again. And of course he will. Once you cheat once, you can't give somebody a second chance because they've already broken your trust. I don't know. I just don't see the point of this. Why are we watching this? The best thing for Cortney to do is not get with Colt, and even she knows that. She's not going to be tricked into a relationship back with Colt.
Yeah, I feel like on a relationship standpoint, I'm done.
Damn! Now he'll want to move back in with me. And I can't have the loudest sex I want with Santa Claus. And that's it for them, so let's go to this dumbass bitch with two boulder titties. I hate this bitch, but I guess we gotta talk about her. Who gives a shit? It's just Sophie. Pedro's sister bitches, and I just keep thinking, go gadget neck. Can that thing get any bigger? If she's in a crowd and she's looking for something, she just sort of extends it up a bit, can look all around. What's that dinosaur from Jurassic Park with a long neck? I always call them long necks, but I know there's a proper term for them. Rhinoceros neck. Rhinoceros. That sounds racist.
It was misunderstood that I said, your mom. I didn't say your mom.
Anyway, they're getting into some drama because everybody's thinking Sophie says F your mom, but she really said your effing mom. Okay. Yeah? I mean, you're still being disrespectful.
Trust me, I was very respectful to your mom.
Ah, yes. So goddamn respectful. Can we see her being respectful again? Why does she think she was being super respectful? Sophie, you're the dumbest bitch I've ever goddamn seen. Oh my God, you were not being respectful at all. In fact, you were just being an asshole.
And this is why he will be single forever.
Pedro then squats to take a crap.
I said, you and your mom. I didn't say your mom. Like, there's a difference.
I mean, there is a difference, but it doesn't make it any more less disrespectful. She then says that he's turning her off. All because he wants to support his mom he knew for his whole life over this whore that he bought a $2,000 bracelet for. Yeah, I mean, $2,000 is a pretty big hit, but trust me, you'll save a lot more if you break up with Sophie. And now we're on to Vanja. I want lasagna with Vanja. It should have been Ganya, but I have some... So, sorry, was I singing about lasagna for Vanja again? Alright, sorry. I don't know why. Eventually I'll have the song down, but it's a work in progress. It's going to be really good when it's done. Lasagna with Vanja. Let's talk about our segment. Vanja meets up with Salmonella. That's not either of their names, and they both watch the show, so I'm sorry. I forgot your name. I want to say Samal. It's definitely with an S. I started sounding like a snake a little bit before. I apologize. So Somalia tattoos some cool-ass tribal design all over Vanya's face, giving her the Mike Tyson. Look at this! This is amazing! Vanja, you're so precious and beautiful! That is the best tattoo I've ever seen anybody do in their whole entire life. I love it. And then she tattoos blackface on Vanja. Vanya's sweaty boyfriend shows up and now they are having bourbon. And he's drinking his with an ice cube. What a frickin' pussy. Actually, I don't give a shit how you drink your bourbon. If you want to mix it with Coke, go ahead. I drink it neat because that is the shizzle. I love bourbon. In fact, I got my little bourbon collection down here. Let's talk about some. I got that. 4 Roses, small batch select. They say that this is better than the single barrel, but I don't know if I agree. I got Widow Jane for 10 years. This is actually pretty dang nice, but the proof could be a bit higher, but proof isn't everything. In fact, what type of bourbon are y'all drinking in that scene? I kind of really want to know. I know if you were coming over here, I'd want to bring out the good bourbon, like maybe a Booker's or a Blanton's, but seeing that it's just some sweaty dude that's a creepy guy, I think I'm going to give him this bourbon. Some Wild Turkey Long Branch. It tastes kind of like ass, and while I love Wild Turkey, this one is not the greatest. Yeah, it has that nice Wild Turkey taste, but then there's something really off about that end taste. I think they call it a finish, even though I'm hoping Vanja will finish this relationship with Sweaty Man. Salamander starts grilling the sweaty dude because he went to the bar after a date with Vanja. That's not that big of a deal. Who cares? He went to a bar to grab a drink after a date. I mean, he could have invited her, but she doesn't drink, so what's the point? It's not like he's going out meeting up with women. What else is gonna make you jealous? If he goes to pump gas? Oh my god, I've been to the gas station before. There's whores everywhere pumping their car. What if they talk to you? Oh my god, what if he goes to a supermarket? There are women all over the place. You can't be this jealous over some guy going to the bar. It's cool, as long as he's not going out, sleeping with other women. But then again, this guy is not trustworthy. He brought another woman all the way on vacation while he was currently with somebody. So this guy is already a piece of trash, and nobody should be falling in love with him until he gets his own shit figured out. But something tells me he won't get his shit figured out. He's just gonna show off his red car that gets him from point A to B without breaking down. Oh my god, wow, your car doesn't break down like mine does. Oh my god, let's give this guy a gold star.
I planned on talking to Tony about my celibacy and the reason for not sharing the bed with him.
And that's it. So what did we learn today? We learned that Colt is a big, giant bitch that relies on his mom to fight his battles for him. We learn that Sophie is a big giant bitch that'll disrespect your mom. And we learn that Vanya's new guy is a big giant bitch, but we already knew that. Anyway, guys, that's it for today's episode of The Single Life. I hope you enjoyed. If you watched this episode, let me know what y'all think down below. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, drown somebody. Doesn't have to be an actual person. Don't drown somebody. God, because I know you'll blame me for it. And I've already got enough murder cases under me. Alright guys, this has been Dee-man, Johnson III. I'm proud of you and you're doing a great job no matter what, so always keep it up. Always. You know, I find it weird when people don't say murder in videos or killed and they have to censor it. It's just so awkward to me. Like, you know, that is something which happens. Like, what if I'm talking about this horror film, Army of Darkness, where Ash has to murder well, I guess it's not murder if it's self-defense, but he has to self-defend himself against a bunch of demons. So you're saying just because I use the word murder, this video won't reach as many people as it would if I didn't use the word murder? That's fucking stupid. And then if you say the F word, it also kills you in the algorithm. What, are we kids? Are we kids? I'm a kid. A Toys R Us kid. God damn. God damn, I don't want to grow up. Toys R Us kid.